Hey, what is happening, you selfish Cedra? That's right, Suicune made it all the way to the top 8 of Brisbane Regionals, piloted by Anthony Smith. So huge shout out and congratulations to them for placing in top 8 and then, blessing us with another cool Suicune list. It's not just Suicune in here. There is some Arceus. Before we take a look at the list, though, if you guys want to make it easy on yourselves to build some of these decks that I show you on the YouTube channel, then go over to fullgripcodes.com and get yourself some codes and, build some decks. Build some decks with those codes. It's so simple, so easy, especially on PTCG Live, but it's not that difficult on PTCGO either. So if you guys need codes, fullgripcodes.com, link in the description. I'm thinking about the Twitch channel. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's take a look at this list. Like I said, it's Suicune and Teleon, very similar to just kind of Suicune and Teleon, the deck that was floating around for quite a while last format. You see there's 3 Suicune in here, but that's because there is also Arceus, so you don't need like the full 4 Suicune. So 3 Suicune, 2 Arceus V, 2 Arceus V Star, of course, such a powerful Pokemon. If your deck can kind of pretty easily include it, why not? 4 Sobble, 4 Drizzile, 2 Inteleon. 2 Inteleon with quick shooting, 1 Inteleon with the shady dealings, and then 1 Pumpkaboo, which I thought was a pretty cool addition to the deck because you want to be pretty aggressive with your Paths of the Peaks that you do play 4 of, but sometimes you want to get re-access to your Starbirth abilities, so you can kind of use Pumpkaboo, bump the Path of the Peak, maybe put another Path of the Peak and play after it, maybe not, who knows, but then you get access to Starbirth, and you can go search your deck for any 2 cards. I thought it was a really cool addition to the deck in the Pumpkaboo. But yeah, this deck is definitely very heavily reliant on Paths of the Peak because Mew is the most popular and best deck in the format, but Path is pretty good against it. So there's 4 of those in here. And the rest of the list, pretty standard as far as like Suicune and Teleon stuff goes. A couple draw supporters or heavy draw supporters in the Marnie and the Research, or the Marnies and the Research. 3 Melanie, of course, as the main way we accelerate and set up our Pokemon, whether that be the Arceus or the Suicune. But once we attack with Arceus, we can like set up 1 to even 2 attackers off of that attack, basically getting a bunch of water energy in play on Suicunes or the second Arceus. 2 Boss's Orders, and then the 1 Raihan, which is really nice to force our opponent into that 7 prize game by attacking with like, we go like Suicune, and then attack with Inteleon, and then attack with Arceus to kind of close out the game, or like Arceus, Suicune, Inteleon, Suicune, something like that. Basically make our opponent knock out 4 Pokemon instead of just the 3. And then besides that, like I said, nothing too crazy. Quick Balls, Level Balls, Evolution Incenses, a couple Nets, a Rope, which is always really good in Suicune decks. I don't know why, but just playing an Escape Rope with Suicune always feels really good. A couple Buckets to find our energy, 2 Choice Belts, so everything can hit a little bit harder. A Cape to make one of our Suicunes a little bit tankier, which is really good against Mew as well specifically, but it has its place in other matchups. And then a Tool Jammer, which I haven't actually been able to come up with a play where the Tool Jammer is good, to be honest. I haven't come up with a play where I'm like, okay, that makes sense. That's why you'd want the Tool Jammer. I have no clue where Tool Jammer is just not better than a Big Charm. Like the only thing I can come up with is, Tool Jammer shuts down Choice Belt, but that's what Big Charm basically shuts down Choice Belt too. So I'm a little bit confused on the Tool Jammer being in here, but maybe after I play a couple games, I'll figure out where it kind of fits as being useful. But it seems like a Big Charm would do the same thing that Tool Jammer would ever do in any scenario. I can't think of it. For the energy, 6 water, 2 DTE, only 2, but we can find them with the Starbirth, so it's not too difficult to find. And then just 1 capture energy as well. Capture energy, one of the most broken cards in the game, but it's just really hard because it provides a colorless energy to fit in decks. But I do like seeing that one of in here because it is just such a ridiculously powerful card. And that is the list for the Suicune Arceus deck. I'm excited to try out some games with it. But if you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe and hit the bell. And if you're enjoying the content and you want to see more of it, go check out my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/AzulGG. First link in the description. Give it a click and give it a follow. And if you're looking to level up your game, improve your game at the Pokemon TCG, I offer coaching, and I also have a Patreon page now where I post pretty competitive content on. So if you're looking to get better at the game, check out the coaching, check out the Patreon page. The links will be in the description for those as well. And I think that does it. So let's go ahead, let's get some games, and let's see how this deck runs, and maybe we can figure out why there's a Tool Jammer in here. All right, here we go. I'm excited to see what Suicune can do. We won the coin flip, going first. Always a good way to start a game. Let's see what we're up against. Ooh, okay, a couple Arceus. That's actually pretty good. I guess we are going to be opening Arceus. No energy for our Arceus, though. But we could get into a Melanie play for sure next turn with a hand like this, I think. I don't think it should be too difficult. You got like double Sobble. Might let our Pumpkaboo go. I don't know. See where we're up against Jolteon. Okay. So we're gonna want to be going just like only Arceus here. The Pumpkaboo actually might come in handy next turn because boss might as well, to be honest. So I think we're going to go... oh, man. Interesting hand, actually. We don't want to lose the Arceus either. We want to be aggressive about chasing Jolteons. Okay, I really like this hand. I think there's some really cool options here. So we're going to get the Sobble here. And then... just bench it past, I think. So we want double Arceus in this matchup because our opponent's playing Jolteon. So obviously, Suicune's not going to be that good. Yeah, Suicune won't be great, right? Now, there's a couple of the boss play here. We can boss KO wherever their Jolteon might be. But we do need Choice Belt. So, oh, is there a Zigzagoon in this list? I've already forgot if there's a Zigzagoon in this list. There might be a Zigzagoon in this list. No, I think it's just Choice Belts. I don't think it's just Zigzagoon. So we need to put the Choice Belt. We need the DTE to get a KO on the Jolteon. And we need the boss. They also play Path to the Peak, usually 4. So we want to keep Pumpkaboo around as an option as well. So we want to hold the Pumpkaboo. So that we couldn't really quick ball anything in this hand, to be honest. We couldn't quick ball any of this. So we just go level ball for Sobble and then show. Because all these cards are super useful later on in the game. We could have maybe quick balled the Arceus, and especially because we get that early Jolteon KO, we're going to be in a really good spot. But I still don't think it's worth it. And yeah, now we can make this big play happen. We kind of covered for any scenario our opponent could. We could probably quick ball this weekend, to be honest. Any scenario our opponent could throw at us. We played around, and to be honest, I would not be surprised to see them concede here after we kind of... excuse me. After we KO their only... oh, no. Oh, my gosh. It's just trainer cards. I looked through the whole deck. Thought I was checking prize cards. I thought both our GTEs were prized. After we KO their only Jolteon, I wouldn't be surprised to see them concede here. Let's do it, though. We did prize our second V-Star. Makes the V a little bit less impactful. Starbirth, gonna get the DTE. The Choice Belt. And I want to make sure I can keep swinging here. So I'm gonna throw down this Choice Belt. I don't want to put another Arceus in play because that never makes any sense against Jolteon because they're just hitting 2 things of yours at once. Give this, grab a Sobble. We got the boss. I think I'm gonna put 2 basic waters on our active because we only have 1 more GT in the deck. I don't want to bench the other Arceus yet, like I mentioned. It could also get stuck in the active. But they play Phantom Waves. So like we just won't be able to attack next turn if they Phantom Waves it. And that actually like opens an opportunity for my opponent to make a comeback. If they just see I don't do these 2 waters here, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna concede or not, but like now it's a little bit like they're in a little bit worse of a spot. We got a water off the prize cards as well as a level ball, so that puts us in a great spot. So we're just not gonna bench this Arceus until this one is about to get KO'd. Because if I bench this beforehand, what basically happens is my opponent just goes hit both Arceus, and then when I go to attack with this Arceus, it's already knocked out because this Arceus gets knocked out because they're being KO'd at the same rate. Also, we prize our other Arceus V-Star. So that's not great. Our other boss is in the deck though, so we can just kind of go boss chase the Jolteon once again. So they kind of have to get down double Jolteon here. They actually go for a Marnie. Must have had quite a valuable hand. I mean, they did kind of sit on quite a few cards there on that first turn, so they must have had quite a valuable hand. Our draw does not have a boss option though. Okay, so this is an opportunity for my opponent to actually get back into this one, to be honest. This definitely is an opportunity for my opponent to get back into this. And actually, our hand is not great in general. We just can't even draw any cards. A lot of top decks for a potential boss play, but a boss play here isn't even that good, to be honest. Yeah, my opponent is still definitely in this. You know, I was kind of talking that we're in like a really good spot, and we are in a good spot. Do I want to boss a Jolteon here? Because I don't have like any more boss after this boss. Let me take a quick look through the deck. Yeah, we're at a boss after this, so I feel like I don't want to boss, because if I boss and then just end up a Jolteon VMAX, and then I need to be able to boss that Jolteon VMAX, I think, more so than anything. I'll take 1. I don't want to take the other one. I kind of just want to shuffle the deck because there was outs to Josiah on the bottom of the deck. So I think we just swing here. Yeah, we only have this 1 boss left, so if I use it on a Jolteon, then they just go, okay, send up a Jolteon VMAX, hit. And they're like, well, I hope you don't have 2 more bosses, and then we don't. And then they can retreat Jolteon VMAX to a fresh Jolteon VMAX at that point. And then that makes a weird scenario where if they do that, then like there's 2, then I hit the new Jolteon VMAX and they share out both of them. But now if I hit one, I have a boss to chase the other one. And there's the concede, so we do get the dub in the end. Yeah, really aggressive start, really set us up really well. What, the concede? Did they have nothing in the hand? Maybe their hand was dead. I don't know. But yeah, turn 1, We had a super clean turn 1 because we played it correctly, played around everything, set ourselves up super good for turn 2, and we just kind of took over the game from there. All right, here we go. Sobble. Okay, let's get it. Sobble gets in there. Sobble start, and we are up against Eternatus. Okay, so we got a lot of good stuff that's good against. Suicune's good against them. They fill their bench a lot. Path to the Peak's good against them. They don't like Path to the Peak very much. And Arceus, to be honest, is probably not great against Eternatus, but it's only worth 2 prize cards, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, Arceus not going to be super efficient into Eternatus, but it does have that 280 HP, which means if our opponent has like a smaller bench, like if we can keep, you know, pushing their bench lower and lower with Path to the Peak, sending up an Arceus as like our 3rd attacker might be the route to go. So we can go like Suicune, Arceus, and then we probably want to set up the Arceus a little bit sooner than that, or at least have the Arceus V in play to become the V-Star if we need to use a Star Birth. But then once we've kind of like discarded a bunch of our opponent's Pokemon, they just might not be able to 1-hit KO an Arceus V-Star, to be honest. So, and we do have that 1 cape in here that can make a pretty tanky Suicune. But yeah, they can only have 6 Pokemon in play under the Path to the Peak, which is not enough to 1-hit KO even a Suicune. So they do need to like bump the stadium every single time to actually even KO a Suicune. So the Suicunes are like just pretty tanky in general, to be honest. They're kind of tanking. But we have to keep calling turn 1. Got a couple Drizzles. The opening hand is like okay. Oh, actually, the top deck water is pretty nice as well. As long as, and I will throw out an early path here. It could definitely stump my opponent for sure. Yeah, as long as we didn't prize any Sobbles. Prizing 1 Sobble still would have been fine there, to be honest, but definitely not ideal. But this is pretty solid. We got like a nice Melanie turn on the a nice Melanie setup for a Melanie turn next turn to attack with a Suicune. Then we'll just kind of keep rolling from there and see where it takes us. Yeah, whether our opponent knocks us out or doesn't knock us out, which they might with the knockout here. They didn't get the turn 1 attachment. They didn't get like a Moltres down with an energy as well. So for them to attack this turn, they actually like, if they play the Moltres, not everyone even plays the Moltres, to be honest. So if they play the Moltres, they got to get Moltres down. They got to get the E-Switch. They got to get another energy. Like, they need a lot. They got to get the energy in the discard pile as well. They need to do a lot. They need to do a lot. Here comes the Marnie from my opponent. To be honest, I would have preferred my hand to probably these 4 random cards. Let's see if it does us in. It's okay. It's not terrible. I've seen better though. I've seen better. Here comes the trade. So we're gonna have to go with like retreat to Sobble here, I think, and then Trinity. Unless we like top deck Quick Ball or Drizzile or Level Ball or Evolution Incense top deck would be good, because then we can attack with Suicune and get the Arceus in play to have him play. So I would like that. Escape Rope's not that. So I'm gonna bucket here to shuffle the deck. There was Waters on the bottom of the deck, and then there was 2 Drizzle on the bottom of the deck that I want access to. And then I will bench the Arceus, but I'm not confident I'll be able to actually attack with the Arceus this turn. It's not impossible, to be honest, but I don't think it's super likely. And Trinity Charge as well is just like, I'm not head over heels about Trinity Charge in this turn. So I think we're just going to kind of concede the fact that we're probably not going to get a KO this turn, and we're just going to have to be okay with that. And I think I am okay with that, to be honest. So we did get a Level Ball, a Cape, a Water. I just want to pass, but I do want to also like set up. I want to have the option of Quick Shooting or even Shady Dealings in Teleon, to be honest, might be like where I truly want access to here. If I grab the Evolution, let's make sure it's in there, of course. And it is. So I think just grab this. And then if our opponent also like bumps our stadium, we could go with the V-Star. We got some options. Attach another Water here. I guess I just should, right? I should just like attach another Water there, yeah. Then I can just attack with the V-Star next turn. I could have caped it as well, to be honest. That would have actually not been a terrible play. But like, they can't currently KO it. If they fill their bench in that boss, they can't KO this V. They would need like a little bit more than that. So I'm feeling like pretty good with not doing that. Could have done that though. I think it's still fine like this way too, though. We have a lot of Sobble set up, which is really nice. We just need to get our attacker set up now. I need to find that Suicune. I want to get the cape on it. Got a lot of Paths to the Peaks. I just want to start swinging as well. We need to start attacking into these Eternatus. This time they're 3rd. They got another. Oh, they got off Great Ball. I thought they Quick Ball and got another V. I was like, what? That seems like a little bit excessive. I feel like that's like a lot of. It just feels like a lot of Eternatus, man. It feels like a lot of Eternatus. But no, just the off the Great Ball there, and here comes a Quick Ball. They got rid of a researcher. They definitely have a draw supporter in hand, and then yeah, the what's it called? The Liepard is actually like really good. It's just really good in Eternatus. Like, it helps you around Path to the Peak. Like, you're just constantly drawing cards still, instead of just, like, sitting there with, like, nothing constantly. Oh, they actually have the boss. They're going after my Arceus. They're just going to get the hit, though. They're not going to get the KO. So I'm actually, like, fine with this. They are 10 short. I forgot about the choice belt for a second. I was like, oh, wait, they have the knockout. Thankfully, they don't. So we got our Arceus now. It's a good top deck. Evolution Incense for Shady Dealings and Teleon. I might just grab like Quick Ball plus Melody off this, so I can set up an attacker and then just Melody to the active to see more cards for the following turn. I want to check my remaining water count. 3. Yeah, I think I like that idea of that Quick Ball plus Melody play. I'm gonna go into a Suicune. So Quick Ball. Check for a Melody, actually, to be honest. There might not be one in here. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like that. Maybe I just research here then. I lose the boss though, is like the only thing I'm thinking. Oh no. Let's go with the research. It's fine. It's like not a big deal. I just want to get the cape on the, and I lose a path as well, to be honest. But we have 2 more left, so I shouldn't be too bad. But I could get bad. All right, we'll see. Suicune, cape, energy. The escape rope actually is also pretty good in this matchup because it would force up something smaller than Eternatus VMAX that has, you know, 1 billion HP. So it's usually good to force up something that is smaller than something that has 1 billion HP. It's like usually just like a good JD Dealings. I think I'm gonna go for the net reset. I just feel like I don't want this in play like that. I actually might even get this down now. I can accelerate all the energy into play and just fully set up my board how I want it. I like that as well. I want to have this option for a quick shooting. So we're gonna go ahead and grab, I think I'm just gonna grab a Marnie here though. Then, like I thought, we had 3 water left. Okay, perfect. So we can fully set up our board state actually, which is great. Yeah, Trudy Nova. Oof, I'm liking the spot we're in here, to be honest. We've got a lot of options. It always feels so good to have options like this. And then boom, 2 to the Suicune, 1 to the Arceus, and we are just chilling. Set up the 2K on this Eternatus. Our opponent has a 0 card hand. Of course, they do have the Lipard, so if this top deck is not great, they can make do. I think they thought they had the KO there because they like quick walled away a research, right? But they got the second Purloin in play, which is like good to set up. So maybe they didn't think that. I don't know. Whiffing energy here, like losing the research there was like a pretty big deal. I don't know if that was worth it, to be honest. They could just like done this next turn. Yeah, they maybe dug themselves a little bit of a hole here because there's the KO. But if we KO this, they have no follow-up energy at all. So I feel like this puts us in a pretty good spot. Pretty good spot. And I probably just hold the hand now here, to be honest. So I'm gonna go Evo Incense. I kind of just want to get I also want to set up a quick shooting, but hey, let me take a look. We have another Evolution Incense in the deck. We're running out of Evolution Incense as well. I actually could do an interesting play here. Because I do want to set up the option. And I could do this. This is like, this allows me to like, I want to set up the option to be able to use attack with Shady Dealings and Teleon. So I could actually go with the Raihan right now. And then just Raihan to one of the Drizzles. And then we actually just get the quick shooting Teleon as well for the turn. But then I get to keep my Evolution Instance in the deck, which I think I value to have in the deck, to be honest. Then I evolve here, bench this. Ooh, our board is looking clean. And then we get the KO here. We have a Cape Suicune. The path is still in play. My opponent didn't do a whole ton last turn. They whiffed the attachment last turn. And we get 3 prize cards. Yeah, looking good. Looking real good. Maybe my opponent played, that was like on the previous turn, right, where I was gonna say they saw me get a Marnie off the what's it called. Maybe they're hoping second Lipard in play, so they're gonna be drawing 4 cards here. I expect a play out of my opponent, but it might not be enough to get a KO, to be honest. But to be honest, even a Power Accelerator does set up like a 2 KO, but that feels like something you don't want to give me. Like, I don't know, I feel like we're just in such a good spot. If that's their play, we're just in a really, really good spot. Okay, but they have the shopping center. They got the stadium bump. Crobat will be online. They'll be able to fill their bench. They'll be able to get this one-hit KO here. And that's going to come down to us to kind of hopefully slow them down and probably get off that attack with the what's it called? Get the attack off with the Inteleon, and then boss KO the VMAX on the next turn will be the play. Yeah, here comes the Crobat for a clean 6. So yeah, they found the stadium. That's the turning point here for sure, is that stadium hit. And yeah, now they're going. They're going. I don't know where they're going, but they're getting there. They're trying to get there. Energy the Eternatus, yeah, they're going. See if they go all the way though or not. Might be able to get there. Energy on the Eternatus, looking good. Here comes a trade by Ultra Ball. See what else they can put together. They need a couple more Pokemon, to be honest. They're not quite there. 30 times. They got 6, 180. Yeah, they're not. They need 3. They actually need a full bench. They need a full bench here. And they need 2 energy, actually. And they need the 2 energy. It's the Liepard and Pass here, I think. So now we just need a boss to win the game. So now we're all in on just like, okay, we get boss, we win. And that's what we're going to focus on here. I'm going to put this Tool Jammer on my Quick Shooting Inteleon, to be honest, I think. I'm going to put my... Okay, here comes a Marnie, actually. I probably should have done that last turn, the Tool Jammer. Well, the Tool Jammer could be good on the Arceus to stop them from getting the Arceus, to be honest, with the Choice Belt. Because they do 270. So it wouldn't stop some things. It would stop some things, not everything, though. Not others. But yeah, I think we're just in a ridiculous... Did I use my Quick Shooting last turn? Did I forget the Quick Shooting? I think I like set up the Quick Shooting and then forgot to use it. I'm not gonna lie. I think I forgot to use my Quick Shooting. I think I forgot to use it. Okay, sure. Actually, maybe I should have attacked with Arceus last turn. Because I could have, I think. Because Suicune is like... Or 2 turns ago. Because Suicune's just like a better attacker in this matchup. I think I kind of... flubbed that as well. Alright, Choice Belt down. If I had put the Tool Jammer in play before, I could have got it back with a Shopping Center and then Quick Balled it out of the deck. Did I just like... Is the turn just shut off or is it not right there? I put back to the peak in play, but their bench is still really wide. Yeah, that might be a visual bug. My opponent also might be playing with literally an illegal bench. Okay, now it fixed. Okay, done. Not going to take anything. We'll throw out the Quick Shooting. Just going to start hitting up this big VMAX. Yeah, I think did I Quick Shoot in there? I feel like I clicked the Quick Shoot. I don't think I Quick Shooting. Like I went on my way to set up the Quick Shooting, and then I don't think I Quick Shooting last turn. Yeah, don't do that. I'm also gonna shuffle the deck. I shuffle the deck with the bucket. I was gonna say the Inteleon's still trapped on the bottom. The Shadeon's Inteleon. So if I get Marnied again, I guess I could whiff, but no, because I did use the bucket, so it did shuffle up the deck. So it should be everywhere else, and I should have a boss left in the deck. I think the second boss is still in there. So yeah, we're just a boss away. On a bat from winning, whether it be with the Suicune or the Arceus. They can't knock out both on this next turn. I don't even know if they're gonna be able to knock out one of them, to be honest. Yeah, not only is Eternatus kind of the struggle, it's definitely the struggle up against this deck. And actually, I could still set up like a Suicune this turn to like a big hit on this Eternatus if they get like a full bench. We could respond with a big... Well, we'd have to get the... Well, no, if they bump the stadium, though, we get access to Starburst, which means you can get our capture energy out of the deck and then put that in play. Yeah, we actually still have like an out here to... like one-hit KO in this thing next turn, just like smacking it. So that's still an option here. Another Great Ball comes down. Another Great Ball after that, but they need a Stadium card. I guess they're sending out the deck before the Liepard draw. It almost feels like instead of sending up a Liepard, they should send up a Crobat, actually, because then I'm still a boss away no matter what, right? It's one less prize card immediately, but that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of how the game is going to play out. So definitely a mistake from my opponent for setting up the Liepard over the Crobat, I think, there for sure. Should have done that a little bit differently. Might not have mattered in the long run, to be honest. I'm still a boss away, but they would have had one more trade to do. They Marnie me. They put my hand into an awkward spot through the Marnie. They get the knockout. Definitely could change things. I guess it does allow him to go to Liepard, though. It does allow him to go Liepard to Liepard, but if you're going Liepard to Liepard, I mean, maybe you're just hoping I don't have a boss. But I have a boss. I just wanted to check. Pumpkaboo grab. I didn't realize this was my last Drizzile, to be honest. I thought I was going to go get a Drizzile off that level ball. Shady dealings. Grab the boss. Respect my opponent for sticking it out, though. Make me show him the boss. Make sure I've got it. And I'll take up this bat. And I'll take him out. That's going to do it for the games with the top 8 Suicune Arceus deck from the Brisbane Regionals. Suicune, Arceus, Inteleon, all the way to top 8 where it did eventually fall to Natalie, I believe, in the top 8. But that's quite a run. I mean, the decks was solid with these games. I definitely want to try this deck out some more. And if you guys want to catch me trying this deck out some more, check it out, twitch.tv/AzulGG. And if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like and enjoy the content. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell. And if you can't make the live streams, check out the VOD channel. Link in the description for that. Go subscribe over there so you can catch the VODs and rewatch the VODs. And see you guys tomorrow. Peace.